Hello everybody, J.Yumeko here, and today we're back with some more Cinderella phenomenon, Evermore. I know that I said I was going to follow a schedule, but things have been a little bit hectic. I've had obligations, okay? Also, just as a little bit of a forewarning, if I sound a little bit less energetic, if I am coming off, if I'm like messing up my words a bunch, which tends to happen, it's just because I'm tired. I'm just really tired right now. I don't know why. It's not like I fucking passed out and got like 11 hours of sleep, but it must not have been very good sleep because I've just been exhausted this whole day. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump right on back into it. Load her up. Boom. Ah yes, we're getting to the ball. Tonight is the night of the ball. I sit alone in front of my mirror, staring at my reflection. It's been a long time since I dressed up like this. Usually when I must show my face at a ball as the crown princess, I do not put so much effort into my appearance, not when I'm likely to excuse myself early. But tonight things are different. Tonight people will actually be expecting me. In fact, they're waiting for me to arrive. The thought makes me nervous. I will never like being the center of attention. A knock startles me from my thoughts. It's me. Can I come in? You may. Rod steps inside. The minute he sees me, his eyes widen and his mouth falls open. Has no one told you that it's rude to stare? Rod turns away, cheeks flushed. Sorry, you just look so... He takes a deep breath and then approaches. You look radiant. His voice is so tender, his words so soft, that it makes my heart flutter. Thank you. I clear my throat. What are you doing here? I had something I wanted to talk with you about before the ball. It's about Prince Lance. Em told me about the two of them. As I suspected. Rod leans against the wall, suddenly looking put out. She told me she only waited to tell me because she was worried I'd drive him away. Did you not do such things in the past? Rod sighs. So she did talk to you. Rod runs a hand through his hair and grumbles. I can't help being protective of Em. She's got a good heart and I don't want anyone taking advantage of it. Of her. Emmeline is lucky to have you as a brother. I'm even luckier to have her as a sister. Rod looks at me. I imagine you played some role in convincing him to tell me. Thank you. I'm glad she confided in you. Let's go, baby. And I'm glad you did not respond melodramatically. Me? Melodramatic? You must be thinking of Prince Claude. Rod shakes his head. Besides, I spent a year with Prince Lance. I know he's a good man. I trust him to treat Em the way she deserves to be treated. He must be good if he has your seal of approval. Rod coughs, cheeks flushed. Anyway, about the ball. Rod extends a hand to me. It's starting soon, and I would be humbled to lead you there. I grasp Rod's hand, marveling at the solid warmth of it. All I want is to spend every day hand in hand with him, doing things together, bantering together. And I feel somehow that this ball will bring us one step closer. I would not have it any other way. Rod kisses my hand one last time, then tucks it into the crook of his arm as we make our way to the throne room. All eyes immediately fall on us when we're announced upon our entrance. There's applause, followed by appraising murmurs. I glance at Rod out of the corner of my eye and notice how stiff he is. I can sympathise. I lean in towards him and whisper, Are you alright? You know me. I've never liked crowds. I smile. And yet you're a dancer who performs in front of them all the time. Maybe, but I'm not here as a dancer. I'm here as your lover. He looks so embarrassed when he says the word, but it is an embarrassment that stems from his feelings of unworthiness. I place my hand over his arm and smile gently. I, for one, cannot be happier everyone has seen us together tonight. I want every day to be like this. Me and you, together. Rod flushes. Yumeko, Ah, this is the most majestic ice princess. I don't know who this is. I hate when they do this shit. Oh, okay. It's karma. I recognized the voice immediately. Sure enough, when I look up, Claude is striding toward us with a bright grin on his face. It's been too long, Yumeko. It has, hasn't it? Hello, Claude. I'm sad you haven't come to visit us yet. You know I cannot. Not with the Tenenbaum here. As Tenenbaum bearer, I must stay close to the Crystallum. Perhaps someday in the future I can master my control over it enough to leave, but for now I must remain. Ah, such responsibilities are a heavy burden. All you ever do is shrug off your responsibilities. Rod, I am insulted. You're always hiding in the garden or wandering around town. Doing very important things. Do you know how many people we entertain in that garden? Its upkeep is vital, and the town visits are my way of getting to know my future subjects. Whatever you say. I coughed strategically to break apart their conversation. Are the Brigantian King and Queen here tonight? No, unfortunately. They were too busy with foreign dignitaries to attend. Lama and I are here on their behalf. Lama? I'd appreciate it if you called me by my name, Claude. A new character, huh? I guess that's his brother? Wild guess? A man suddenly stands behind Claude. The similarities between he and Claude are striking. I could never forget his face. Hello, Prince Lance. It's a pleasure to see you again. The pleasure's all mine, Princess Yumeko. He turns to Rod. And it's great to see you in such wonderful company. Hello again, Rod. I had no idea you were courting the princess. What a pleasant surprise this is. Claude smirks. I'm so glad to know there's a reason for the trail of broken hearts you left behind in Brigantia. Rod suddenly looks extremely uncomfortable. It's okay, I already know about that. Wait, you do? Sebi told us. Rod groans. This is why I can't bring him anywhere. Claude grins. Rod was very popular. I heard musicians sing songs about him when I was last in town. Rod looks horrified. What? Claude nudges his brother. Enough of your tall tales, Lama. It's not a tall tale. You're just disappointed they're no longer singing the Chameleon Prince song. Nonsense! They glare at each other. I clear my throat. Thank you both for taking care of Rod while he was in Brigantia. The brothers pause to smile at me. Of course, it was our pleasure. I echo the sentiment. I do what I can to assist with matters of the heart. We were lucky to have Rod, and Rod is lucky to have you, Princess Yumeko. Alright, I am the lucky one, or you are right. Let's think about this. I feel like you're right is more in character. I guess kind of traditional character, but at the same time, we already kind of went through his whole arc of he doesn't feel like he's worthy of us, he doesn't feel like he deserves us kind of thing. So I kind of feel like, being like, oh yeah, he is lucky to have me. It kind of comes off as, oh, I'm doing him the favor, which I don't feel like that would help his already, kind of self-consciousness on the subject. So yes, but I am the lucky one. Let's go with that one. Rod taught me what goodness was in a way no one else ever could. He helped me break my curse. He went to Brigantia for me. Claude sighs. Ah, and here I thought he went because he thought my invitation was enticing. Lance sighs. I'd caution anyone against accepting one of your invitations ever. We were having such a pleasant conversation before you showed up, Lama. And I was having such a pleasant time before I overheard you throwing that nickname around. Roy leans closer to whisper in my ear as the brothers bicker. Everything you said, you know I feel the same, right? Without you, I could never have broken my curse. Without you, I might have died. Then we saved each other. I can feel Rod smile against my ear. It sounds like we were meant to be together. Rod plants a soft kiss on my temple. When he pulls away, I notice Claude smiling at us. How delightful it is to watch two people falling in love, fawning over each other. Especially when those people are good people. You two.
Yumeko!
I turn to see Emmeline walking straight towards us.
I've been looking all over for you.
She freezes when she sees the brothers. She immediately curtsies.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were in the middle of the conversation.
No apologies are necessary, Princess Emmeline. It's a pleasure to see you again. He glances at Lance, who's beaming unabashedly at Emmeline. I'll just make myself scarce. He gestures into the crowds. I could have sworn I passed by Lady Parfait and Lady Delora. I ought to go catch up. Claude excuses himself with a bow and a wink. Lance laughs awkwardly. Typical karma. The smile returns when he turns to Emmeline. Good evening, Princess Emmeline. It's so good to see you in person after all this time. You look beautiful tonight. Emmeline flushes as she smiles back.
Thank you. You look very handsome yourself.
Lance, can we speak in private? Rod glances around the crowded ballroom. Or more privately, at least. Lance looks unfazed. Of course. Princess Emmeline, Princess Yumeko, I'll catch up with you later. With a bow, Lance excuses himself, and he and Rod walk off together.
I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't have told Rod after all.
I shake my head. Rod already told me he trusts Prince Lance. I would not worry.
Oh, he mentioned this to you?
Briefly. Rod's glad you told him, Emmeline. Emmeline sighs.
I could never hide anything from Rod for long.
She eyes the men as they disappear into the crowds.
I really hope that he doesn't do anything to scare Lance off.
While we talk, something suddenly occurs to me. Did you come all this way looking for Lance?
Oh no! I came to tell you that I'd seen Lady Parfait and the rest of the marching goers.
Claude mentioned seeing them pass by too. They must be somewhere nearby. Thank you for letting me know.
Of course. I'll be with Viorica and Desmond.
Try not to worry about Prince Lance. Everything will be fine.
I hope so. Thank you, Yumeko.
We part ways. I head in the direction Claude was moving earlier, and sure enough I see familiar faces from the marshal. Claude stands amongst them. I smile as I approach. I'm glad to see you all can make it.
Yumeko, how lovely to see you.
We could never miss a celebration like this, even when the Grump invited us himself.
Grump? She must be talking about Rod. I was unaware he sent these invitations himself.
Chevalier steps forward, sweeping into an overdramatic bow. You look stunning in that dress, Yumeko, like a queen. Your flattery is, as always, overbearing. It's a simple compliment, Your Royal Highness. Claude and Chevalier are smiling at each other, but there's a palpable tension in the air. It's good to know some things never change. As a soft laugh cuts through the banter, Annie steps out and curtsies.
Thank you so much for the invite, Princess Yumeko.
She looks wonderstruck, her eyes gleaming in a way I've never seen before. It occurs to me that this is the first time she's probably been back at the palace since I rudely fired her. She spins around, a bright smile on her face.
This is so very much like a dream.
It's good to see her so happy. It's good to see everyone so happy. The only people who are missing from the usual crowd are... Lady Parfait. As if I've summoned the knights by their thought alone, Julian and Garland approach with bright smiles.
Julian, Garland, it's been too long.
About that, I'm sorry we haven't been by. We've had many new recruits.
And many more training sessions, I'm sure. We've heard all about it.
Garland smiles. It's been very busy around here. I'm even more so with the ball preparations. Someday soon, when things have calmed down, we'll visit again. Who's... okay. Julian always talks about how much she misses your casserole, Anise. It's not just the casserole, it's all the food. Your cooking is quite exquisite, Anise. You have no idea how much that compliment means to me, Lady Jurian. While the nights reminisce over the meals we shared together, Eulora turns to me, eyebrows raised. I can't believe we're talking about the good old days without the grump. What's he up to now? He's discussing something personal with Prince Lance. Claude snorts. Personal? I hope Rod makes Llama squirm. Llama? Lance. Thankfully, the topic of our conversation shifts after that as we begin discussing Korean happenings. The witches talk about the youth they've been training. Anise mentions that she's begun working out of Chevalier's clinic, and Claude talks at length about the Brigantian politics no one cares about. Damn. An hour passes, and eventually I excuse myself to go looking for Rod. What in the world is taking Rod so long? I'm making my way through the crowd when two noblewomen call out to me. Good evening, Your Highness. They curtsy. We came to thank you for the invitation. This gathering has been wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. There's a brief silence as the two ladies glance at each other, and then... Forgive our curiosity, but might we inquire about your beau? One can't help but be curious. I hear he was a commoner who built a reputation for himself from the ground up. How admirable. Princess Yumeko, do you mind if I ask you a question? Yes. Before Sir Rod, no one else caught your fancy, yes? So it goes without saying that there must be something special about Sir Rod. What is it that attracted you to him? The curiosity seems harmless enough, but I am nonetheless caught off guard by the question. What drew me to Rod?
Alright, he's a good dancer, he's hardworking, or he's caring. Well, I kind of immediately cross out he's a good dancer. Because I feel like, well, for one, we knew him before he even... before he even had anything to do with dancing, really. He's hardworking or he's caring. I would say he's hardworking. I'd say that's probably the most prominent characteristic of his. Just because, you kind of see that even just for us, right? He gave up his life as a noble and went, like they said, to build something from the ground up. So I would go with that. I'm going to go with that.
I've never met someone who works as hard as him. He works tirelessly for those he loves. Rod lets nothing stand in the way. He's stubborn, true, but his dedication is admirable. He inspires me every moment of the day. The first lady sighs, almost dreamily. Sounds like a match made in heaven. Truly, I'm a bit envious. I'm very envious. My heart swells with pride. It's good to hear them say those words. It's proof that others really do see Rod as competent, and as he would put it, worthy. I'm very lucky to have him in my life. I part ways with the women. In my search for Rod, I draw closer to the throne where Father sits. Some emotion I do not understand flickers across his face as he beckons me forward. Ophelia sits beside Father, a soft smile on her face. You wanted to see me?
Indeed. I believe a speech is in order.
My heart hitches. Father, I'd rather not. This is a speech you'll want to hear, Yumeko. Father holds up a hand, a signal that causes the musicians to stop playing. The quiet settles quickly. My father clears his throat.
First of all, I would like to thank all of you for being here tonight. We've had much to celebrate during these peaceful years, but tonight we're here to celebrate someone who's very special to me. Tonight we're here to celebrate my daughter.
I fight the urge to duck behind the throne as Father gestures me forward. I take a deep breath as I move to stand beside him.
It has been 2 years since my daughter, Yumeko Riella Britton, became the Tenenbaum bearer. She has already accomplished much in these 2 years. It is because of her that we know this current peace. Tonight we celebrate her hard work.
There's more applause. I fight to keep my expression calm as my heart flutters. But it's not just nerves sitting in the pit of my stomach. There's also warmth, pride. Father holds up a hand, quieting the chamber. But that is not the only reason we celebrate tonight. My father only offers a soft, knowing smile before gesturing into the crowd. As if on some silent cue, the crowds part, revealing Rod, who approaches the throne quietly. Rod? His name is a whisper on my lips. The room is so silent I can hear Rod take a deep breath. Princess Yumeko. Despite the calmness of his expression, his voice is shaky. I love you with all my heart, Yumeko. The words, proclaimed so confidently in front of so many people, cause tears to form in my eyes. My biggest wish is to spend the rest of my days with you, to give you everything you could ever want. And I hope, with all my heart, that you will give me that honor. Let's go! Rod pulls a small box out of his pocket, and my heart skips a beat when he kneels in front of me. Vaguely, I'm aware of gasps and murmurs from the crowd, but the sound of my own nervous heartbeat is loudest. Rod opens the box, revealing a ring with the beautiful golden stone in the center. This is Princess Yumeko Riella Britain, daughter of King Gennaro Britain III. Will you do me the honor of becoming my wife? Despite my best efforts, tears fly down my cheeks as I smile. It would be my honor. As Rod stands to slide the ring onto my finger, I'm so filled with joy I feel buoyant. I throw my arms around him and bury my face into the crook of his neck as the audience cheers. I barely hear the sound. My focus is on Rod's hands, resting on the small of my back. I love you, Rod. I love you too, Yumeko. A toast for my daughter and her fiancé. I just spit everywhere. The music starts again, the triumphant notes filling the ballroom. I'm relieved when, slowly but surely, the crowd's eyes fall away from us. I pull away from Rod as my father steps forward. Before I can react, he pulls me to a tight embrace. Congratulations, Yumeko. I'm shocked to see tears shimmering in his eyes. My father chuckles softly at my expression of wonder. Even us hardened old men can be sentimental. I'll have you know he's been teary-eyed for days. My father gives Ophelia a look and she smiles back, her own eyes glossy with tears. The sight makes my heart full. How long have you known about this? For a while. Rod had asked me for permission for your hand, after all. There was so much pondering over when to make the official announcement. I thought the ball might be a good opportunity. Ophelia is ever a thoughtful planner. It was a good idea, I admit, even if doing that in front of all those people is terrifying. Rod rubs the back of his neck, cheeks flushed. Thank the gods I don't have to do something like that again. Oh? Ruling requires addressing crowds quite often. Rod groans. I'd prefer to take this one step at a time. Very, very slowly. Well then, it's a good thing that we're both very patient. Rod beams at me. He points over my shoulder. I do not realize why until someone grabs me from behind and pulls me to a tight hug. Congratulations, Yumeko! I'm so happy for you!
Congratulations!
I pull away with a laugh. Emmeline is practically bouncing on her heels, with Sebi perched on her shoulder. Thank you, Emmeline. Sebi?
Phew! I'm glad I made it in time to say that proposal!
I told you I'd come back for you, Sebi. So that surprise you both mentioned. Emmeline laughs. It was so hard to keep this secret. The day Rod showed me the ring in the throne room, and you came in. She shakes her head. I was so nervous I was going to give it away. So that thing you were hiding behind your back was the ring? Rod smiles. Emmeline was so nervous she took it out of the throne room with her. She almost ruined the surprise. But I didn't. Sebi coughs.
So, now that the secret's out of the bag, are you going to start taking me places again, Rod?
Maybe.
Maybe? I'm the one who fixed things between you two, you know?
Don't worry, Sebi. Excuse me. You can come spend the days with me if you'd like. Sebi sighs.
You're not going back to the Orcas anytime, are you?
'cause my cheeks still hurt. The music in the ballroom changes, going from a soft melody to a lively waltz. I recognize it immediately. Rod's eyes light up. I know this song. It's for the Brigantian Waltz. His eyes are glimmering when he turns to me. May I have this dance, Yumeko? Damn. He looks so hopeful, so excited. It's been a long time since he looked so carefree. I grasp his hand with a grin. Of course. Rod pulls me gently toward the ballroom floor, and the two of us effortlessly fall into the dance routine he taught me. For a time, the two of us are lost in each other's movements. I let Rod lead me through twirl after twirl, and match each of his movements perfectly. Rod grins. You've really improved. Improved? If you were to challenge me right now, I would win. Oh? His fingers settle on my hips. I stumble at the abrupt movement, nearly falling into his chest as he laughs. I would catch you right now, but I wouldn't want to embarrass you in front of everyone. Oh, I would challenge you, my bad. I stomp my foot down close to his instep. Rod steps away with a smirk. Next time when here alone, I will challenge you, and I will win. Rod laughs. That's it. That's it. How would I say this? That's it. That's the spirit I fell in love with. There you go. You're welcome, guys. Rod pulls me into another underarm twirl. I glance around during the turn and notice Prince Lance and Emmeline dancing not too far from us. Rod sees me looking and raises an eyebrow. You never did tell me how your talk with Prince Lance went. Rod shrugs. It was fine. That's all you have to say. Well, I only really wanted to make sure that he was serious about courting my sister. And? He said he was, as expected. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't need to ask anything else. I know Prince Lance, and I trust him to treat Emmeline courteously. The music picks up in tempo, and our conversation dwindles as we again focus on our dancing. Later, Rod and I make our rounds around the throne room, accepting congratulations from everyone. The last people we see that night are the tavern goers, who offer us the most heartfelt wishes. Time passes swiftly, and before we know it, the clock strikes midnight. Later, the group of us stand by the palace gates for the final goodbye of the night. Well, it's been fun, but we ought to get back. We have lessons tomorrow. Waltz yawns. I'm sure the students are going to be more energetic than both of us combined tomorrow. Which is why we should be getting back. We're in charge of setting a good example. Delora faces us with a smile. But the sleepiness will be well worth it. The sleeplessness will be well worth it. I can't believe you proposed in front of all those people. Oh, Delora, stop teasing. Parfait beams at us. We really are so happy for you both. Thank you. Rod looks away, embarrassed. Delora slides closer to me. She leans close enough to whisper. I still remember the bossy princess turned maid I accompanied around the palace. You've grown so much since then. I'm proud of you, Yumeko. Even teasing as they are, I can tell the words are sincere. Thank you for everything, Delora. We watch everyone walk back into the darkened town until we can see them no more. And then... It was nice to catch up with everyone, but is there a reason that grumpy kid wasn't here? I know who he means immediately. Cinna, the heir to the Lucas. Rod shrugs. He received an invitation, same as everyone else. I shake my head with a sigh. He's very temperamental. I think I'm going to need to befriend him before he decides to grace us with his presence. Temperamental? Sounds like a certain princess I know. Rod scowls. She's the most temperamental, overdramatic prince in the world. I'm terribly offended. I cross my arms. Never mind Cinna. You and Lance will be staying with us for the next 2 days, correct? Claude nods. I figure I may as well take a break from my duties while I can. You mean the duties you always run away from? Must you insist on being so rude? I laugh. Regardless of why you're here, this will be nice for Emmeline too.
she and Prince Lance can spend some time together. And what of me? Has no one missed my company? I can't speak. Before Rod can say anything snarky, I nudge him and speak for myself. No, it is good to have you here, Claude.
Just don't expect us to spend that much time with you.
I know. I suppose I'd just be unwanted company now that you two are engaged. What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing at all.
Claude tips his head. Tonight was fun, but it's getting late, so I shall excuse myself. Good night, darlings. Claude excuses himself with a little bow, and Rod and I return to the palace shortly after. Rod and I walk through the hallways hand in hand. Everything's quiet until Rod mumbles something beneath his breath. I look at him, curious. What was that?
I just remembered something I was going to bring up earlier.
Oh?
I happened to overhear a conversation you were having with some noblewoman earlier.
You were eavesdropping?
You were talking about me. I was really happy to hear you thought I was hardworking. See?
That goes without saying.
Still, it means a lot to hear you say it. Because everything I do...
You do for me? Yes, I know. And I will always be grateful.
There's no need for that. I do it because I want to.
He leans forward to kiss my lips.
But, thank you, Yumeko.
We both pause as we come to my bedroom door. Normally, this is where we part ways. Now, neither of us moves.
Come on, baby.
I know it's late, but I'd like to spend some more time with you. He suddenly looks embarrassed, or nervous. Me too.
Perhaps we can take a stroll to the garden. Or stay with me tonight, or what do you want to do? Stay with me tonight. What do you want to do? Oh, I'm so tempted though. Stay with me tonight. Alright, what do you want to do, Rod? Let's see what he has to offer here.
Ooh. But I asked what you wanted to do. And now I'm asking you. Relationships are give and take after all.
I don't care what we do. I just want to spend more time with you. I want to catch up for all the lost time.
Then, come spend some time with me in my room.
Are you sure?
I look at him quizzically. Yes, it's just my room, not some hidden secret chamber. I nudge him playfully as I open the door.
Come on, bro. You can't be that oblivious to why he would be a little bit, anxious about that. You're newlyweds. Well, newly engaged.
I call on servants to make some warm tea for us and set it down on the table when it arrives. Roy looks uncharacteristically nervous. I notice he glances everywhere but at my bed. This should not be so awkward. I decide to break the silence. So, how are your sword practices going? I shake my head when Rod startles. You didn't think I'd forget, do you?
No, there's just been so much on my mind I forgot. Excuse me.
He picks up his teacup and gingerly sips at the steamy liquid inside.
They're going well. Not so well I would want to challenge anyone to a sword fight, but I'm getting better at least.
He looks at me seriously.
Someday I'll be able to protect you.
Rod, I have magic. I can protect myself.
I know, but I don't. There. I know, but I don't. And I want us to be able to protect each other.
He exhales softly.
I'm sorry again for keeping these practices a secret. I just wanted to surprise you.
How am I meant to celebrate your success if I don't know what you've been doing? Rod nods.
That's a fair point. But I told you I wasn't going to keep any more secrets. And I mean it.
I'll hold you to it. Maybe I'll even come back. Maybe I'll even come watch you practice. Rod flushes.
I wouldn't recommend that. Oh, sorry if you can hear that. Oh, my back is just... I've been sitting in this position for so long. Alright, yeah.
The two of us continued to talk until our teas depleted. By that time, my body is heavy with exhaustion, and all I want to do is sleep.
It's late. I should go now.
The moment Rod stands, I take his hand.
Yumeko?
I would like you to stay with me tonight. He stares at me. I would like to hold you tonight. The words make heat pool into the core of my stomach, but I continue speaking. I would just like to sleep next to you. It's been so long since I've seen you.
I'm here to stay now.
I know, but... Rod squeezes my hand with a gentle smile.
I want to stay with you. Tonight and whenever you'll have me. And I'll do whatever you're comfortable with.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Whatever I'm comfortable with, I stand and, before he can react, pull him toward the bed.
Yumeko.
I fall backwards. Rod topples over me. For a few moments, the two of us lay there, staring at each other, feeling each other's rapid heartbeats through our palms. Then I kiss him. A soft kiss at first, but then a deeper one. An intoxicating heat floods my body, and I let the feeling carry me away as Rod leans into me, trailing kisses down my lips to my collarbone. He pauses, breathless.
I love you, Yumeko, with all my heart.
I love you too, Rod. After a time, all the kisses blur together. The last thing I'm aware of as I fall asleep is Rod's body, curled around mine.
No! Ah!
The news of our marriage spreads quickly. Now that we all know Rod and I would be married in the future, his lessons with King and Knights resume again in earnest. The two of us still have a long way to go before we're ready for marriage, but now, finally, the path is cleared, and I plan to enjoy every moment walking it with Rod. We have a bright future ahead of us, for Rod and I, but also for our kingdom.
Oh? The vow. Oh, okay. So we got more to this. All right, that kind of made it feel like it was potentially an ending right there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and save. Bang. Save right there. And then we can head back to the main menu. Alrighty. Finally, some major development. So now we are officially engaged with Rod. I'm a little bit disappointed that, come on, man. Night after being engaged, together alone. You know what I'm saying? We all played Kata with Shoujo. We all played that, right? But yeah, no, for real though. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. I really do enjoy the progression of the game, I guess. Especially with the whole how do you say? With God, what the fuck was that? No, but I really enjoy how it still involves I guess kind of follows up on the other characters as well. So it seems like I'm assuming for each path it would have been something similar as, okay, we fell in love with this person, our curse broke, and then we broke everybody else's curses, which I liked. I like that little notion right there. And Emmeline and Lance. I'm enjoying that Emmeline's getting her shot at love as well. We gotta love that, right? So I guess the biggest thing that they're leaving us off with is this whole what's going to go on in the future, because I read a little bit of the line at the very end there and it said that it was 4 months later, so there's still more to come, still more dramas to happen, I suppose. I don't know how many chapters are there for each person, so it might be 6. This upcoming one might be the last one. But it's very curious as to whether they're gonna try and take the story all the way to us actually taking the throne as king and queen. But that should be very interesting. But that's going to be for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video and tell me in the comment section below what you'd like to see me play next. If you enjoyed this video or any of the videos in the series on my channel, then I highly recommend that you hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified when a new one of these videos comes out. Anyways, that's it from me, and I'll see you in the next one.